Such a good feeling to be back here, guys. We got a new guardhouse, fully gated. And this is getting such a proper facilities right now. One of a kind here in the Philippines. We'll show you guys all the new facilities, the update, a little bit of background about this place because yeah, there's a lot of new people that are new to the channel.
Jake, are you excited?
Alright, go ahead, just drive in. You
Drive
can
in, Jake.
drive now. Drive inside.
Jake,
Drive. No? There's a new staff here as well. That's a security guard. And I've never met her before. So she's actually calling the foundation back in Cebu City. So that's a really awesome thing to see. You know, they're really onto things. So we'll get to know her soon. She's calling Bart. Then they're gonna open the gate and we're able to say hi to the girls. I guess I'm smiling. Bart and Jolene are actually here. They stayed over last night. Thanks to the new facilities, they can stay here. Oh, there's the girls. Hello! Did you hear that?
Still remember my name? Yes,
Wow! Wow,
wow, look at this. It's so big now, Finn. It's what?
Guys, we'll show you guys this later, but let's surprise the girls. Girls! Come outside! Go in!
The social distance.
Social distance, everyone! It's okay. Hey, we have a special guest. Special guest. Meet. Yay! I'm scared. Okay, he doesn't go.
If someone had told me that I will take off and find something greener, greener than gold. If someone had told me that I will be strong, I'm gonna rise, gonna rise.
The facilities now cater up to 45 survivors. A massive upgrade since the school was opened 2 years ago. And if you're new here, more than half of them are under the age of 12 and some have even never received education. However, their education score is one of the highest in the Philippines, despite some of them never had the chance to learn how to read. Their program is one of the kind in the Philippines, which they hope to inspire others to strive towards in the other areas of the country. For years, C.U.R.E takes care of them until a approved adopter is found, trained, before they are brought back to society. That process has already begun with only a handful back, but some must stay there for many, many years to come.
If someone had told me that I will take off and find something greener, greener than gold. If someone had told me that I will be strong, I'm gonna rise and fly and leave the gold between the lines.
Alright guys, let me show you the garden area. This is a house or a storage unit that was donated by Canadian, a friend of Bart, and they're going to be focusing this year mainly on the garden. So they got this huge land, they want to become more self-sustainable. So they're going to put like some machinery, storage stuff, everything related to agriculture. So that is one of the coolest efforts here. It's quite big. And then in this area, they're gonna build like a greenhouse for seedlings. Once they grow big enough, they're gonna transfer it to the mainland here, the big agricultural area, for more crops. What happened here when Typhoon Rolly hit over, it actually flooded this river there in the background, and there was a lot of mud that came with it. And there used to be a lot of crops here before, but Typhoon Rolly destroyed all of it. So now they're actually rebuilding it. And Bart told us that even the neighbors here, and for 20 years, they've never seen such a rainfall before, or flooding. So the water line was actually up to here. Can you imagine? And the river is like there behind.
They're buying fish.
Alright, Jake. check out the chickens and ducks. Look at that, ducks. Jake, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Jake? The coolest thing about this chicken farm is their poop goes straight into the pond where there's fish, so the fish feeds off the poop. It's a really cool system. See that? The fish. Jake, the chickens are scared of you.
Oh my
You eat it
gosh.
like spinach or
Yeah.
salad. I eat it.
Kamote topsjöllen.
Yes, that. Oh, babe, I grew up with this. Eat a lot of this. Of course.
It's cheap and healthy.
Yes.
Is it good?
Yes. So much.
So everything has been replanted again, and the only thing that survived from the flooding of Typhoon Rolly was this silly.
Do you know that how much is the 100 grams?
Oh, silly?
Yeah.
Nope.
1,000.
What?
So
See that?
100, like 10 grams is like 100 pesos. So how much is it?
Also, another very cool fact about the agriculture they're doing here is that it's all natural. They're not going to use any chemicals.
Hello.
What's this? Kamote?
Butig. Butig.
Butik.
Gabi. Gabi, butig. Gabi.
Hello, Dick.
There.
Dick.
Oh, it's the red one. I thought it was the white
Red and
kamote.
Oh.
It's quite big.
60 per kilo. Or 50.
I like kamote a lot.
Oh.
We chop it up, put some butter in a pan, and we fry it so it becomes like a French fries.
French fries. You can carry one fin
If you catch it, you keep it. Lots of papaya. Really miss this feeling, being with them all, seeing everybody, couple of new faces. They're going down to the garden, doing a little bit of work. So we'll check that out in a second. Welcome to Ranchos. Where do we start? I think we have to backtrack a couple of years because there's been so many new people here watching the channel, subscribe, whatever. And I think it's good timing to give you guys a small update about this project. We started well, 2-3 years ago. And at that time I had about 40,000 subscribers, and I always thought the Philippines gave me so much that I wanted to do something in return. So yeah, we made a GoFundMe page and we gathered enough money for this building over there, and that's the school, because before none of this was here when I came the first time. And we managed to gather up enough resources to fund this whole project, and that was completed about 2 years ago. And before the school they only held those cottages down there, which was basically kitchen, school place and accommodation. So now that's all been turned into accommodation, and this has been turned into like a proper facilities for education, therapies, lectures, library, and a big kitchen as well. So this whole thing here, from the last probably video that came here, like this is all new. It's so fantastic to see. We got the giant kitchen area, the library over there, and this has all been donated by private people. This is a non-government funded project, and also of course non-profit. That's something I really felt was important, that I found something that was, you know, pure, and good people behind it. Of course, Jolene and Bart, they're the main ones here running the organization. They're doing probably one of the best work you can imagine. And for those of you that don't know, this facility is for girls that have been rescued. They're survivors, and they come from the most cruel world you can imagine. Like all of their parents are in prison right now. So maybe that gives you an idea what kind of survivors these are. And the scary thing about this is that the youngest here now is 4 years old. I think that when I came here, the youngest was 2 or 3, so now she's 4. And they got another one, a recent survivor that's been taken in. She is 5 years old. So what happens is, what they're actually doing here is when they get rescued by the special forces, there's a time between, usually the parents are in the process of getting charges. Between the rescue and the process through the system here, they have to have a facility to stay until they get back into society. So it's usually 2 to 5 years between the system comes to a verdict, and this is their like a safe haven in between that time. So after they get rescued, the government asks them, can we bring these survivors to you and take care of them? And they always take care of as many as they can. So during that time, they of course get education, accommodation, food, etc. And what's fascinating about these facilities is top notch. It's a private one, and that's probably why it is. And for example, they have 16 staff now. 16. I think it's 34 or 43 girls now. I forgot the number. I'm sorry about that. So imagine that, 16 staff for this tiny amount of number. And what's also really awesome about what's happening here, and ever since I made that project about the school we did, all the other buildings followed. We have other donors coming in as well. The latest one, someone watched my video, and he's working for PayPal, and PayPal gave them like a grant for electronics, computers for the staff, iPads for the girls, top-notch modern capabilities to educate yourself. So it's just really inspiring what they're doing here, and this community that gets around here. And I just want to say one thing, that it is not me who built this, it is this community that did this. Like, I'm only the messenger here, I'm only that brings this into other people's lives, and then it's you guys that are grabbing the opportunity to do something great. And with every penny that you guys have invested in here, you have literally changed lives, because we are not, this operation here, we're not giving 500 pesos to Grab drivers. That's only temporary. I know it's a beautiful thing to make people's day a little bit better, and I've done it of course in the past, but this one here is literally changing people's lives for the greater good. So whoever you are, whoever invested, bottom of our hearts, everybody here, we thank you. And this is the result. So you should be proud of it, whoever you are, because a lot of them are anonymous donations, because you can say to yourself, like, you're actually helping people's lives. Like, and if you just knew some of the stories here of the girls, like, they're 5 years old. It's crazy, guys. So we're not gonna get emotional, but just think about it for a second, but also think about how amazing work has been done here. The progress from all the cottages 5 years ago when that started, to the school, to the kitchen, and now this whole area. It really is mind-boggling, and this is probably one of the, if not the best facility in the country that does this type of work. Nothing to be brag about, but something to be proud of. And everybody should be proud of that. Now every time I posted something about this place, I get multiple inquiries how they want to help, they want to come here. First thing first, you cannot come here due to COVID, of course. Second, there's a procedure if you want to visit them. There has to be a purpose. There'll be like a background check, an application, and that all follows by if you contact C.U.R.E Foundation on their Facebook or Instagram or their website. Also, if you want to help, which is the greatest help, it is direct donations right now, because this was all funded before COVID, and since COVID a lot of the donors have dropped out for obvious reasons. So what they're missing now is, since they completed all of this constructions, they have 16 people of staff. For example, Bart goes 2 times a year. He goes to USA, Europe, and does funding. So he also helps funding for the facilities and the staff. So if you have the opportunity, the website is in the link description. There's like a monthly fee. You can pay from 25 bucks and up, and you sponsor one of the girls. That's something I've been doing for almost 2 years now. So I pay I think 25 bucks a month, and that gives them food for a whole month. But if that's not something you can do, you can share this video with your friends and family, and maybe there's someone down the road that is willing to help as well. Yeah, it's just such a beautiful project, and I don't want to take any credit for any of this here, because that is Jolene and Bart and the founder of C.U.R.E Foundation. We are just here part of their lives, helping them out. And on behalf of everybody, from the bottom of our hearts, we just want to say thank you. Hi! Hi, Kuya Pin. I just want to come up here because I always remember when I came here the first time, and there was just some couple of bushes and flat ground. But now look at this.
I don't like to eat chili.
Why not?
It got so hot.
Ah, so good. The best refreshments. The girls actually climbed up and got it. So Jalen, how was it seeing the girls?
Amazing. Do you still remember my name though?
That's nice.
Yeah, but I need to remember their names too.
And if you want to see inside some of the classrooms, here's one of them. Oh, gotta be careful. Very nice. They do have fans, but sometimes it's enough to just open the windows. There's a lot of good air lapses here. And inside of this room, we have a therapy room. So, therapy session for any help you need. And this is gonna be the library. Say hi, teachers. Hi. That is big inside. Bye bye. See you soonest. Good luck too. Bye bye. So sweet.